we are headed to Stillbender Trail with my parents. We've run this one before. Well, I have. I ran it, I think it was the 2021 Jeep Safari, and it was kind of a nightmare. The trail was a lot of fun, but just everything that went wrong did go wrong. We started at 10 a.m. We got off the trail at about 10:30 p.m. We had 4 vehicles break down. We had somebody start having heart issues, and we had to wait for a life flight to pick them up. As far as we heard after we finished the trail, they were stable at the hospital and fine, so I add that caveat. But it just ended up taking all day. We ended up finishing the last 3-4 hours of the trail in the absolute dark, and I didn't have good lights on my Jeep. It was also the first trip down there that I had my Jeep with the lift and tires on it, so I was already a little uncomfortable in the Jeep, and just off-camera stuff in the dark, not my favorite. And then Amelia was at the hotel doing homework, because she was still in school at the time, waiting for us to get back. We had to like try and climb a mountain and, at the end of the day, try and call her and tell her we were going to be several hours late. That said, the trail was a lot of fun, so we're going to run it again, hopefully not have any of those issues this time. It's just 2 of us, it shouldn't take too long. Really excited to run this trail again, and also see if, well, based on how Poison Spider went, I think the stock Extreme Recon setup will be fine, but I'm excited to see if we can get through it as easy as we did Poison Spider. So we're gonna go hit that. So we're just giving it a quick air down. I usually like to air down to 14 psi without bead locks. It's about the lowest I dare go. There's the trailhead sign. I wasn't nervous to do this, and then I saw him do it, and now I'm kind of nervous. It's one of those weird obstacles where your eyesight is basically completely useless. Like, I can look at him to get spotting directions, and I can try and feel it, but what I'm actually seeing is not doing anything for me. Bad. There we go. Leveling out a bit. Okay. Not actually confident we can get up this, but I can give it a shot. there's just sand right there. I'm kind of getting the sand. That's one of those ones where an extra 2 inches would have made a difference. So that's where the first vehicle broke down. We ran this with the Jeep Safari, not too far into the trail. I think they just had another vehicle turn around with them and pull them out towards the start. It's only about maybe a half mile back, rather than trying to fix it. I think they spent a minute looking at it, but decided it wasn't going to be worth it and had them turn around. Trail so far, it's a lot of kind of back-to-back, like I'd say medium obstacles where nothing to spend a ton of time thinking about, but things that are like an interesting little challenge here and there. And then I know farther along we have the big challenges, so it's been kind of a fun little mix. Here's an up close of the obstacle. It looks really gnarly from down here, but this is the wall on Steel Bender. You come over to the side a little bit. Honestly, it looks a little pretty bad from up here too. Walk it up.
than just a little bit long though. I think what you're gonna have to do is bring your tire on this side of the rut.
Serious?
Yeah, I think you'll be fine.
Have that tie back off?
Yeah.
You mean out of the rut?
Yeah.
Really? Ooh. Ooh.
What?
He's not. You're saying he's not as far.
Okay, stop right. Go down a little bit more. And I want you to try to turn the thing, come right up this.
Okay.
I just want to keep your back tire so that it will push your butt up a little bit more. Okay, straighten out.
If I recall correctly, that's kind of the first section of obstacles on the trail. We've got a little bit of a kind of just desert sand trail ahead of us for a few miles before we kind of get to the second extended part of this trail where you start to see some obstacles again. The obstacle I've heard called the drop and the fall. Me and my dad have both done this. I did it in my previous Jeep, which was a little bit higher. I'm not sure if that's actually an advantage here. Really excited to do it again. Mostly excited for Amelia to see it because she wasn't with us last time. This is one of the it's probably the second scariest obstacle I've ever done. It's not super difficult, but it's terrifying. Really excited to scare the crap out of Amelia. How do you feel about this?
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Well, we'll see how you feel when you see it. It'll be fine. Acting tough for the video. This is where I ran up to call you to tell you we were going to be like 5 hours late. I hiked up from down there and we had the helicopter land right over here.
Use caution. No bypasses.
It says it's a 6 out of 10 though. We're good. This is the drop slash the fall slash dragon tail. So I'm having him stand next to the obstacle to give a scale of how far this drop is.
As slow as you can go. straight.
Hi, this is Jackson recording on my mom's phone. Hi Mom, if you're watching this, that was terrifying. Don't do that ever again. About to do the drop, slash fall, slash dragging tail. My mom just did it and it didn't go great. She didn't crash, so that's good, but her back tire popped up pretty high as she came down in the exact way that happens when that causes you to roll. So we're gonna go ahead and give it a shot. Holy shit.
This way. Okay, good. Keep coming. Not so much. You're turning too hard. Keep coming. Straighten out. Right fast.
Oh. So that was terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. We bounced hard and that scared the shit out of me. We caught the back end a little bit, hit my bumper pretty hard, and apparently it caught the back tire as I was coming down. Hopefully it wasn't too much pressure on that. I don't know how much that hinge gate reinforcement can take before it just rips off, but if that was hard, it kind of really fucked this up. So I'm recording this quite a bit later as I'm editing the video because I figured you guys would want to see the damage that did to the tailgate. There's a lot more than we initially thought. It was rattling on the way home, just on the trail, not on the road. Couldn't figure out what was going on until we got home, and I opened and closed this. If you listen to that, it doesn't sound quite how it normally does. If you look down the side of the tailgate, you can tell it's kind of slightly bent, and that doesn't line up quite right with where it used to before. So although it sucks to take trail damage on the brand new Jeep, it's not as bad as it could be. It opens, it closes. I got inside and pushed up against the tailgate and it won't come open. So yeah, all things considered, not too bad, although certainly not the ideal situation. So credit to my dad, he definitely got us down that quote unquote safely. It worked, but that was scarier than I wanted to be. My heart rate got up quite a bit. That was terrifying. I thought we were losing it. Oh, we've got another fun little drop too. This one's not as bad.
Straight. You're coming down.
Barely, yeah. Slow, slow, slow. Just slow, 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 slow. Little bit. Just very good. Straight. Just a little slow, because you're almost to go off the mat. Good.
Oh gosh.
A little bit this way. A little bit this way. Driving. Okay. There's just this rock. Can you see that? Not sure, honestly.
All right, we're about to hit the second little mini drop. This one is honestly not that bad, only relative to what we just did. Compared to like normal off-road, this is still pretty bad. So we just moved past the fall / drop / dragon tail. Really need to decide on one name for that. We got both Jeeps down all right, and then had the subsequent smaller little drop we had to get down. Right as we were coming up to it, we had a side-by-side pull up. And he was blown away that we went down that, which I am too. In retrospect, that was sketchy. And then we had a couple more side-by-sides. They were trying to get up it, and they pretty quickly gave up on the smaller drop because they're going the other way first. So they're hanging out there. Then two Jeeps came up behind us. One of them came down it on a rather sketchy line. I bounced over about a foot. They bounced over maybe 2 to 3 feet. But so we're moving on now. Up ahead, we know there's a lot of trail left. We're making good time compared to our run with the Jeep Safari, just because on the trail we had 30 vehicles and a lot of incidents, as mentioned previously. So we're beating that time by about 3 hours, which is good, because last time our biggest problem was the last few miles we had to do in the dark. None of us had proper lighting for it, so we were crawling the last few miles. Probably added another 2 hours to our time on top of already being late because of how slow we had to go in the dark. So we're into the section that last time we did in the dark, and I'm not enjoying it necessarily. It's kind of just rough, hard stuff, not really super entertaining, but it's not terrifying when it's light out and you can see what you're going over. Some of these little ledges are completely easy to deal with as long as you can see them and don't accidentally go over them at an angle and get into a bad situation. So nothing wrong with this section, just kind of gotta power through it.
You're gonna come down. Ooh.
Right there. How about we just grab it?
I think it's that rock.
Not as bad as last time. Still not fun.
So one of the things I wanted to see with this trip is just kind of how this Jeep performs stock, because it is the Extreme Recon edition, so it's got the 35s and like the small lift. And I've been super impressed both days. On Poison Spider yesterday, I kind of was thinking like maybe I don't need to do a lift and larger tires. Maybe this is everything I need, because that's a rated 6 trail. The range I like is 6s and 7s. I'm not going to put enough money into my Jeep to be comfortable doing an 8. So 6 and 7s are kind of my sweet spot. And yesterday we did a 6 and it felt easy from the vehicle's perspective. I don't think the extra 2 inches from a lift and tires would have really made a difference anywhere. Made it a little smoother, wouldn't have to think about things quite as much, but felt very doable. Today on Steelbender, I'm feeling the opposite. It's definitely, it can do everything for sure. Extreme Recon can handle this trail, no problem. However, a lift and tires would make a big difference here. That extra little bit of height would save a lot of scraping, would save a lot of having to pick lines or struggle over things. You can still get through all of it for sure, but it just would be a lot easier with those. So I'm leaning back towards upgrading this the way I planned. are officially off the trail. There's a little bit of a dirt road to get back to the parking lot or to the road, but it's just easy sand, nothing complicated. So that trail all in all took us about 7 hours, which is definitely a long trail, long day. Nothing like our last time running it though. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed running it again. The last section really is just a slog, but like an hour and a half of just slogging through some rough terrain. I think it's worth it for the rest of the trail. Definitely worth it to get the drop in. So thank you for watching this video. As I said on the video I recorded yesterday at Poison Spider, we're still trying to figure out exactly how to do this YouTube thing, exactly what works, what doesn't. So this may be a little shaky at first. The attitude I'm taking is we're just going to start doing it and improve it as we go. And not worry too much about trying to perfect things before we know what really works, and kind of learn by experimentation. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.